Behold, I make all things new. That's what God said to us this morning in the second reading from the book of Revelation. And I say to you this morning, Happy Easter, everybody. And I bet you're thinking, wait a minute now, Easter was 4 weeks ago. Isn't that sort of like wishing somebody a Merry Christmas on January the 25th? No, it's not. And I'll tell you why. We spent 40 days getting ready for the Feast of Easter. That's what Lent is all about. And then because Easter is such a big feast, we spend 50 days celebrating it. From Easter Sunday all the way to the end of the Easter season, which is the Feast of Pentecost, which is 3 weeks from now. And Pentecost is that great feast when the Holy Spirit came down upon the apostles and upon our Blessed Mother. The same Holy Spirit that we receive in confirmation. So I wish you all a very happy Easter this morning. We're still celebrating it. In fact, every single Sunday is known as Little Easter. Easter took place early Sunday morning, the first day of the week. So as we keep the third commandment to remember to keep holy the Lord's Day, the Lord's Day is Sunday, the first day of the week, where we profess our faith in the resurrection of Jesus Christ. And we do that by celebrating Mass together, the first day of every week, every Sunday, Little Easter, throughout the whole year. Now, another way that we refer to this 50-day celebration of Easter is by calling it Paschal time, or the Paschal season. You'll notice that we're still singing Alleluias all over the place, aren't we? Because this is the Easter season, the Paschal season. The Paschal candle, the Easter candle, is up here in the sanctuary in a prominent place for the 50 days of Easter. From Easter Vigil until Pentecost Sunday, we're wearing dazzling white or gold vestments or a combination thereof throughout this Easter season. And we remember some very special people and events. The first Mass of Easter, Easter Vigil. Those who are participating in the Rite for the Christian Initiation of Adults, RCIA, as catechumens or as candidates, were baptized, or if they'd already been baptized, made a profession of faith, celebrated confirmation, received Holy Communion for the first time, and they are now with us, fully initiated. And those new members of our faith family help all of us who have been around a while to see how important the sacraments are and to realize that the church is always welcoming new members and is always growing. During this Paschal time, Easter time, our second graders who celebrated first penance during the season of Advent, now during this season, this coming Saturday morning, May the 4th, will make their first Holy Communion. And what a great time for families to come together and for all of us to be spiritually renewed here in our own parish, in the parishes of our diocese, of our country, of our world. Many of our young people during this Easter season are finishing things up, preparing for graduation from 8th grade or high school or college, and praying and hoping for a bright future that's full of promise and security. Lots of our engaged couples are using these days of Easter for their last preparation for the sacrament of marriage, when they will stand before the altar and seal their love for each other in that holy sacrament, wanting to conform their love to the love of God, which is forever, which is faithful, which is life-giving. During this Easter season, 5 transitional deacons will kneel before Bishop Lennon at the Cathedral of St. John the Evangelist on Saturday morning, May the 18th. And he will lay his hands upon their heads, and they will be ordained as priests for our diocese. I ask you to pray for them. I also ask you to pray for me, because I was asked to lead their priesthood retreat, which will begin on Sunday evening, May the 12th, at the Jesuit Retreat House in Parma, and will conclude on Thursday afternoon of that week, 2 days before their ordination. The radiance of Jesus' resurrection is found in the sacraments, is found in the blessed events of this Easter season all over the place. And so I hope you understand a little better why I wish you today a very happy Easter. We're still celebrating that great feast. And we see it reflected in nature. It's now springtime. Winter is over. The ground has come alive. Many of you are working on your gardens. The trees, the grass, the flowers, they're growing. We're seeing less of darkness and a lot more light. Nature is mirroring the supernatural, where God's love, God's life flourish in our souls, in our church. It's all about the Paschal mystery, the Easter mystery, the dying and the rising of Jesus Christ. And we're invited to participate. We're invited to share in the dying of Jesus Christ as we die to sin and selfishness and Satan, as we rise with Jesus to new life. It's a great season of grace. We participate in his Paschal Easter mystery. Sometimes we find ourselves with him on the cross. Other times we find ourselves with him risen to new life. And so, this is the day. These are the days the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in them. Jesus is risen, just as he said. Alleluia, alleluia. The stone, which the builders rejected, has become the cornerstone. By the Lord has this been done. Behold, I make all things new. And so, happy Easter, everybody. And let's keep celebrating until Pentecost.